When you do a lease option agreement property and you buy it now and agree to pay for it later, and it goes up in value, maybe it doubles in value. How do you finance it at the end of the term? Well, I'm just about to speak to one of my students and she's about to complete on the end of the lease option agreement. She's been in property now for almost 20 years. Let's see how I can help. And hopefully I'll be able to help her out as much as I can help you out with this YouTube channel. Do me a massive favor though, subscribe, smash the like button, and I'll jump on the call right now.
Hello?
Yeah, I got your message in terms of your lease option situation. So I don't know if you're with your folks, but happy to give my 2 pennies. Just for clarity, am I right in thinking you've got a lease option agreement, you've had it 8 years, you've got an option to buy it for 165 grand, you want to exercise the option to buy it, but it's now worth 310 grand.
Yeah, nice, isn't it?
It is very nice. It just is going to cause you some problems with the mortgage broker, because they're going to be like raising their eyebrows on how you've got it so cheap.
Yeah.
So there's a few things.
Cheap then, you know, that was the value 8 years ago.
Well, it's brilliant. Absolutely fine. I bet you're delighted that you secured that lease option agreement now.
Yes, very. I think we actually bought that as a deal. I think we paid £2 grand for it. But not only that, we've been renting it out for 30 odd grand a year as well. Oh
goodness, fantastic. Well, in terms of buying it now, is it a HMO roof?
Yeah, it's a student left in Headingley in Leeds.
Okay. So the value right now is 310. Is that commercial value or is that bricks and mortar?
That seems to be the bricks and mortar valuation based on sold prices in the area. Okay. And is the property currently tenanted? Is it fully tenanted? Yes, it's full and they're all paying.
Okay. So when do you want to buy the property? When do you want to exercise your right to buy it?
Well, we're just speaking with Steve at the moment about releasing the money out of the 12 beds that we've got. And so I thought, because I didn't know what the best way to do it was, whether I need to buy it cash and then mortgage it later, or whether there was like a cleverer way of doing it. So basically what I'm thinking is, at the moment we're paying £700 a month for the lease. I'm thinking I could probably save money on the lease.
Yeah.
But I can actually, you know, because an option's great, but it's never really in the bag till it's in the bag.
Was the seller represented by a solicitor when he signed the lease option agreement?
It was all done properly.
Nice, brilliant. If I were you, I would be buying that house as fast as I possibly could.
Yeah, why do you say that?
Well, because it's gone up in value. It's like more than doubled in value, almost.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to be in a situation whereby the seller tries to... Now, I've had situations before, very similar to this, where the seller will try and refuse to sell it to me. And they're like, they say, I don't want to sell it, I've changed my mind, oh, I didn't know what I was doing. Now, they've never won. I've always managed to buy the property when they've done that. But it's just not nice. It's just a bit concerning when it happens, when they start saying, I didn't know what I was signing. You want the title deeds. Have you got a restriction? Have you got, are you on the title deeds as like, you are? Oh, brilliant. So you should be absolutely fine. Now, there are some problems that you're going to find. If you try and buy that property right now and you try and get a mortgage on it, it's going to be well, you're buying it for 160. So you're gonna, if you try and buy it with a normal mortgage, the lender is going to say, how on earth are you buying it so cheap? And it's going to cause issues. Also, is the lease option agreement with yourself or is it with a company, or whose name's in the contract?
I don't think that we... good question. I can't remember, to be fair, but I don't think that we have the limited company then.
Right, that's good. That's good. Okay. Okay, that's good. Because another thing that's going to happen is, because honestly, Ruth, I've done this so many times. The last few years, most of the properties that I've been buying have been properties that I've secured an lease option agreement like 7 years ago. So, you know, I've done this so many times, and I've had some right fun and games, because what the lenders say is that if you've got an interest in the property, they don't want to lend to you.
Right.
Because they think it's like a conflict of interest. They also don't like it when the property is so heavily below market value. The best way to purchase that property now will be to buy either cash or on a bridging loan.
Yeah.
Then spend £5,000 or £10,000 getting some new carpets and some new paint.
Yeah, but the thing is, we just refurbed it last year.
Oh, that's unfortunate timing. I would probably just spend a couple thousand giving it that fresh new smell, as if it's just been refurbed like last week, and in that way the valuer will think, oh, you bought it for 165, but you probably have spent like 100 grand doing some wacky conversion, because they don't know what the state of the property was like when you bought it. Even if you buy it cash 160 or get a bridging loan and then it gets downvalued massively, you're still going to be able to pull all your money out.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So there's no issues. So that's what I would do. Have you got the cash to buy it?
Not just at this second, but like I say, we're just remortgaging our 12 bed with Steve.
Yeah.
That's going through now. So as soon as we've got the cash for that, then through from that, then that should be enough.
But it will probably take you a few weeks at least to complete on the property anyway. So what you could do is you could start getting the ball rolling on buying this property, and then by the time you come to complete, you'll have the money from the refinance.
Yeah, but then will the money have to sit in this property for 6 months before we can pull it out?
It won't have to. It depends on who the lender is. There are some lenders that will let you refinance straight away, like Kent Reliance and Precise, but it's gonna open you up to a lot more lenders if you just wait 6 months. But you know what? Who cares? It's only 6 months, and then you're gonna be able to pull all your money and a load more back out. I would be wanting to get the keys to that lease option. I know you've already got the keys, but I'd be wanting to get the title deeds, I should say, to that property like ASAP.
Yeah.
Because the longer you leave it, the longer the refurb doesn't look as brand new, and I would be. But I definitely think buying it cash is going to be your best bet, whether it be through bridging, whether it be through a refinance on another property. You don't have to buy it cash, but I just think with the amount it's appreciated in value, it's going to raise too many red flags to the lender. They're going to be so confused over it. I know I've done it so many times. So I'd be buying it quick, and I'd be buying it cash, and then putting your money out. But it sounds like a cracking deal. Bet you're over the moon.
Yeah, because we've been looking, for comparables. And what I didn't realise was that some of the figures I was comparing it to were the same, but without the basement done, it still has a cellar. And then when I realised, like a couple of days ago, actually, the reason why some of the houses in this street are like 300 grand and some are like, 160, 70 grand is because some of them don't have the cellars converted, which ours does.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a light bulb moment.
Brilliant. But yeah, if you need anything else, just give me a shout. Let me know what happens. But yeah, it sounds like you're in a really strong position. Listen, nice to talk to you. Anything else? Give me a shout. Wow, lease option agreement. 8 years ago, had the option to buy it for 185. Now it's worth 310. And now they're thinking, how are we going to now finance this? But frick, they're in a good position. Lease option agreements, they really do work.